Hello everybody, it is I, Void again. So, we'll be doing more music practice later on, but always be running around for a little while. So, I had plans on recording some Monster Wilds after thinking about it a bit. I currently won't really be able to do much with it anyways, since it's extremely laggy. So I could record it, but the chance that the footage is actually watchable is probably very slim. So I've decided to wait on doing that. At least for now. Once the mic issues or just the performance issues are fixed, I'll look into the gameplay footage. I could technically record some of my current gameplay with my main character that I use. So it could be spoiling a bunch of stuff. Well, not really, I've already played. I think I already completed the storyline. So most of the things that will be reported out are just random things like trying to get better equipment. One of my current hopes is that after having fought Gorgala and after having learned more about the character, the monster speaking of, I've been hoping that they add the other forms of it as well. The Shuguru Magala, or however you say it, and the Chaotic Gore Magala. Because my first Monster Hunter experience was Monster Hunter World. I've been able to play the games before that, before I played a bit of Rise, not much. I never really got past the first quest or whatever, because Rise didn't speak really to me much, so I never really got into it. Though knowing that there's a different version of Magala in there, I might actually play it just for that. So that would mean I would need to buy the DLC as well, since it's, I believe, DLC exclusive character, which kinda sucks, but hey, fine by me. But anyways, going back to Sky. Yesterday I didn't post anything because I had to do some things, and by the time I was able to record again, I pretty much didn't really want to record anything. I kinda just wanted to relax for the day, so I did. But yeah, most of the time, whenever I record, I try to record during the morning hours. Currently, it's like 11 a.m. or something. p.m. No, a.m. I think. So a lot of the times when I decide not to record, it's because it's like somewhere somewhere in the middle of the, well, it's like 1 or like 4 p.m. and I just don't want to record anything. Though I do have to keep recording, and when school starts for me again, I'll have to record earlier, not earlier, later in the day when I'm done with school. Most of the time it's around 4 p.m. or something. So by that time I'll have to record something and then post it. And I'll be trying my best to break my coding schedule as much as I can. Though the quality of my microphone might get worse then because I have microphones that I use at home and that's what I use at to do that. There's a lot of the games that I can play, I prefer playing with my friends. And a lot of the time, thanks to time zones and stuff. And thanks to most of my friends also still go to school. Or whatever. They end up being busy during the time that I'm not busy. Which is, that's fair. You don't have to be active. I think that would be people have lives outside of games and stuff. And I'm just I don't have to what I want since I love games, so just Sky is just the one game I don't want to swear in. Especially when I'm not recording. Especially when I'm recording, I mean. If I do swear while playing Sky, it's probably something. I do sometimes swear just for the so mostly just seeing as I'm also somebody who kinda gets mad at certain games if I continuously die. That ends up being one of the reasons why I end up swearing a lot in other videos. Because it's a pretty player game. Which I normally when I do play a game like that, it's because one, I like the concept of it. One of those games I can actually get my head off it. I have actually though THP3, I've had such a bad experience with player games that I've really just been turned off. I've really just been turned off by the whole concept of fighting other players. Because most of the time, the people end up just being toxic. And since I'm also more of a casual player and not somebody who really tries to win, you don't. After a while, I do try, but that's then just out of frustration most of the time because I keep getting killed by the exact same person, which is also one of the reasons why I prefer not to play versus player games. So in Mage Arena, when I was playing it the first time, even while I was dying, I was having fun. Because the concept just seems way too fun to really get mad at. That's also the reason why I like Sky. Sky isn't a fighting game, it's a game where you relax, where you meet people, you make new friends, you just play with random people, you help random people. It's just something I just prefer to do instead of just fighting people. It's one of the main reasons why I like Sky. So to say that I'm glad that Sky doesn't have anything to do with PvP or fighting other people in game, but even competing against each other, unless that is an actual thing that are certain events we have. Even then, Sky is still amazing for me. And it's pretty much just become my comfort game. Most of the times when I do play, I'm just practicing music. Sky is also one of the reasons why I got interested in learning the piano in real life. So one of my classes that I currently have at school is music. And just like I'm learning on those songs in Sky, I'm learning it also on the actual piano. Kinda, I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's because my brain doesn't exactly know how to pronounce it in the English way. So my brain is kind of mixing it in my native language's way and sort of trying to make it sound like English, which definitely isn't working. But yeah, I'm really enjoying just playing the game The only things I kind of find annoying are the limited time cosmetics that you have to pay with real money, because a lot of them are extremely cool and I just haven't been able to buy them since most of the time when I do have money I normally spend it on new games. So when I bought the Dark Dragon cosmetics, first I actually bought something other than a game. And this will work. So like normally I have a bunch of games on my wish list that I would otherwise just buy. And now I'm kinda hoping that I can save enough money or just finding money around to be able to buy a gift card again from Steam and get the cape that I also want to get. So it's probably on most times. So I'm more so hoping that by the time that school starts, that the whole issue I have with not being able to access my money gets resolved, and then I'll be able to get myself a gift card and just buy it that way. But I do believe that the cape that I want to get is gonna be around until 5 October or something. So I should have like a couple of months to still get it eventually. And even if I don't get it, then that's fine. Things like that happen. It's not a big deal. You can't always get what you want. And to be honest, when I had the money to buy either the cape or the Dark Dragon cosmetics, I had to make a decision, and I decided on the Dark Dragon Worms and Tail. And I'm glad I did. That's one of the things that I really like in the game, even though sometimes they jump scare me, are the Dark Dragons or just the Grill. I really love them. Sky is a game that you wouldn't think would have something like that in it. First time I played, I was pretty surprised. Though, to be fair, I knew about them beforehand because I've seen a bunch of gifs about them. So I already knew they were in the game, I just didn't know when or where they would appear at. So, current things that I'll be doing after I get my money is one, get the cape if I still can, and if not, get a new keyboard, a specific keyboard that allows me to press multiple keys at a time, so that I can play more songs without having the limitation of just being able to press 2 at a time, and sometimes 4. But I have to press them in a specific way that they don't really interfere with each other, and most of the time they do end up interfering with each other. But that's for now at least. Yeah. But until I can replace my current keyboard with a new one, I'll just have to deal with it, with how it is right now, and that is totally fine. So, one of the things that might happen when school starts back up for me is one, my videos may only come out during the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, and not during the weeks where I have classes. Because I'm at my dorm, and most likely I'll probably just be using my PC just to play music while I sleep, or just whenever I'm in my room, which is what I normally do anyways. Though one of the other reasons why I might not be posting anything during my school hours is, well, I have to I have to make my own food. I have to do a bunch of things on my own, so a lot of my time is used up. Could probably do some videos, but I think they would probably just seem rushed more than anything. No, to be honest, my videos currently might already seem rushed anyways. Over the current moment, I really don't know what to do in the sky other than running around, collecting winged light, collecting candles, or practicing music because I've already done the story. Or at least what I thought of this was the story, but now we're getting the lore, which I'm not going to record. If you want to see that, you should play Sky. Because, in all honesty, the lore videos are 100% worth it. I love the animation style, I love how everything looks. It just kinda makes you think more about the land of Sky, about what really happened to it. I don't exactly have a theory to it. The only thing I really care about is that I just love the way they did it. I really enjoy everything they did in the whole videos. So yeah. And also, for some of you who might not know, if I'm able to jump down, is there is a wing light right here. First time I got here, I hadn't known about that until I saw somebody who left a memory here. And he basically said, oh yeah, there's a winged light over here. And yeah, they were right, there was one there, which I hadn't known about. A lot of the things that have happened as in like special events, I've missed like a bunch of them because I've only started playing like during last winter, I believe. No, I think it was like the final month of the winter that I started playing. I don't remember really. I haven't been playing that long, obviously. And since I'm also not really somebody who's able to save up candles a lot of the times when new events come out, I'm kinda out of luck with getting new clothing items. It's fine by me. I don't need a bunch of clothing items to feel special. I'm fine with what I have now. A lot of the times with the event panel things, I just really don't bother doing them. So it's definitely a good idea to do them. I just can't. But I just won't bother to do it because it seems to be way too much things just to remember where all of the candle locations are at, and with my short memory I'd have to constantly look at the wiki. So I believe one day I might actually change my mind on that and probably will end up focusing on getting those candles and stuff for events. Because a lot of the items are pretty nice to get from them. It's just the amount of event candles you need for them just kinda turns me away from collecting them because a lot of the times I play Sky and then after a while I stop playing and do something else. But to get enough candles to do that, I would have to have been playing from the beginning of the season, get get everything. And since I think I joined when chapter 2 was already out, which, yeah, that's still early enough in the season, but late enough for me that I know that I probably won't get everything. Seeing as I'm also somebody who normally takes things slow when it comes to quests in games, so a lot of the times, by the time when I'm able to get something, I can only get one thing and it's the end of the season already. And a lot of the times the things I want to get are just like on the third option you can unlock, and then it's by that point already too late. Because again, I only have 14 event candles. But a lot of other people probably do want to get them, so they can go for it. By all means, they can go for it. I would prefer that other people got what they wanted. And if I was able to, I would probably just give my candles to other people instead. Since I probably never use them anyways. And to be fair, at most candles I was able to get, I'm speaking of normal candles, was around, I think, 40 or something. And then I got distracted by wanting to unlock a bunch of friend emotes. So all of my candles that I was saving for specific masks basically got used up. Well, eventually I was able to get this mask that I'm currently using. Though I do plan on replacing that with a different one eventually. Just not at this moment. At least not right away. For now, I'm happy with how my character looks. The only thing I'm probably going to be focused on is trying to unlock more music instruments. Because one of the reasons why I like Sky so much is because I'm able to play music. Well, one of them is because I can play music, but also because, again, it's thanks to Sky that I wanted to learn to play the piano. And before that, I was struggling with I wanted to learn the lyrics and I wanted to play it on the piano while I was singing, which, well, apparently that's easier said than done. Playing the piano, you can do it. Playing the piano takes focus. The music teacher has said to me that I do learn quite fast, which I do. Just a lot of the time, it's difficult for me to start something. And I am so kind of things to go a bit faster. So a lot of the times I get hesitation. So with the whole singing thing, I am okay at it, just not enough that I want to record myself and end up posting a video of it. And seeing as I've also Linux, another independent song, I've written lyrics to one of the band songs, probably not a really well known one, but it's I've written lyrics to specifically that song. At certain points it sounds more like a rap than it is singing, which kind of annoys me because that wasn't my intentions. But hey, if it works, then I guess it's fine. And at the current moment, my whole piano lesson and singing have been on hold so that I can make sure that my lyrics are readable for me, because a lot of times, like I said in my last video, I think I am dyslexic, and a lot of the times when I do read something, my eyes either skip over something or skip a whole section below that, which makes it harder for me to read some things while I'm trying to sing or whatever. A lot of the time you can also see that while I'm playing music, when I'm suddenly having to stop doing whatever I'm doing for a while, and then suddenly, well, maybe like a minute has passed, then I continue again. That's because at that moment I probably got distracted by something, forgot where I was, and now I'm trying to figure out where I was before I forgot where I was. Although I've gotten so used to that that I'm not really bothered by that much anymore. One of the things that you also kind of have to learn whenever you play the piano, if you make a mistake and people don't know you made a mistake, because a lot of the time people don't make mistakes, so you just have to keep playing and ignore the fact you made a mistake. But since I'm sort of a perfectionist, a lot of the time it kind of becomes obvious when I make a mistake, because I kind of swear at that point. So, yeah, I think the first time when I got to my current school, the first thing I wanted to learn was playing guitar. But I had a guitar, I was gifted a guitar by my school, I was supposed to play it, but I was pretty much too busy with other things to really care about that moment in time. So a lot of the times I had my guitar, but I didn't play it. So I do eventually plan on learning the guitar again, but right now I'm learning the piano. It's taking a bit of time, but I'm doing alright. Definitely not the best at it yet, but that's to be expected. I've only started out like a year ago or something. Like during the spring, I only started during spring. Because I think that was when I really decided that I wanted to play piano for the first time. I think that was also because at that time, I think I unlocked two instruments. I unlocked first, I think, the harp, and then I unlocked the one that I currently just use, because I prefer the sound of the old more than the harp. And a lot of the times, a lot of the songs that I do want to play, it's just in my opinion sound way better on the board than they do on like the mini piano or any other instrument. There are definitely a few other instruments that sound way better for certain songs. I just prefer the And also one of the songs that I wanted to do for the anniversary of Undertale are now kinda, you know, not really possible anymore, because I wasn't able to really complete my goal. And The anniversary I believe already happened. So better luck next year, I guess. So yeah. But that's fine. I wouldn't have been completely ready yet anyways. Eventually I'll also try to get a better microphone. One that I can also record myself singing with, so that in the end I can also do recordings while I'm at home. As much as my dad would hate that. But yeah. I think I might actually not do it back. Already been 36 minutes. Almost an hour. So I think I'll leave it right here. And again, I had fun recording. I'm doing this just for the fun of it, not for any recognition or popularity or whatever. I just want to do this because it's fun for me. A lot of the times when I did stream back when I was able to, I also just did it for the fun of it. I had people sometimes in my chats. I think somebody eventually asked me why I'm talking to myself. Well, that is because one, that's what I normally do anyways, just talking to myself. Because if I'm not playing games with people, I'm playing games alone, and I'm either just watching something or well, listening to something while I'm playing to not lose my focus. Or if I'm playing something and recording it, I'm talking so that I don't get bored. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Even though not a lot happened, I still had a lot of fun. And again, remember, people care about you. Ignore whatever people might say about you, even if it hurts. Just remember, people care about you, no matter what they say. But yeah, just know, as long as you're nice to people, you're still better than anybody else who might not be nice to you, but to anybody else. As long as you respect others, or as long as they respect you and you respect them, then you're a good person in my opinion. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's recording, or today's video, and I'll see you all next time. See you guys later.